computer totally turned off in the beginning of my presentation. I'm back though, okay? I really need tech help. If you know somebody that can help me technically, is that the word technically? Why do I want to say technically? Technically or technically? If you know a tech person, a camera person, or somebody that can help me, please send them my information, because me doing it myself in the family, it's just not working. So, Roxy Barlow, Simply Straight Organizing Solutions. Today we're talking about virtual learning. You got kids at home. Some of you are leaving kids at home and going to work. Did you set up a system for them? Do they know what to do when you're gone? If you have the benefit or the privilege of being home with your kids, you can set up a system. About 3 weeks ago, my kids are starting their 4th week in virtual learning. So about 3 weeks ago, I set up these stations for my boys. And I want to tell you, some things worked and some things did not work. I'm going to tell you some of the benefits, some of the disadvantages. Advantages, the benefits, they're the same thing. Whatever. I'll tell you the do's and don'ts of what to do. Okay, so if you were with us last time, I feel like it's dark in here. If you were with us last time, also in the back is like our virtual classroom information. We got some information over there. I set that up just so they have a station to go to report to if I have any notices for them. Now that's the teacher in me. You don't have to be that thorough, but the kids need a space of their own. We'll talk more about privacy and space too, because I don't know if that's working for you. All right, so I have 2 boys, right? We'll just call them Blue and Green, all right? Blue and Green both had the same systems for virtual learning. They're at home. My kids are 14 and 16, so high school kids station or organization, virtual station, is going to look maybe totally different from elementary school or middle school, okay? But these are my kids' station. One of the reasons why I put them, and this is part of it too, why I put them in these bins is so they would be portable. That was benefit number 1. You want to make the system portable. Why do I want to make the system portable, Roxy? Why can't they just have something set up on a desk? They can, but for my kids, and I know for a lot of people, we don't always just work from the same place. Sometimes we do, but sometimes we change it up. And especially at home, if you're at home, you're working in the kitchen, and you want to change it up. So this allows my kids to change it up. I'm going to tell you now. I have sat in on some of my kids' virtual classes, and if you haven't done that, you might want to do that one time, because there are some teachers that are engaging, the class is going, it's great. You know, the virtual learning is working for them. And then there's some teachers where it is hard to watch and be a part of, okay? And so if you know what kind of classes your kid has, or what the procedure is in that class for this virtual learning, that will help you de-stress the virtual learning, because the virtual learning can get stressful. And the first 2 weeks, it was very stressful. I mean, the stress kind of waned off at 3rd week. Now we're pros. Okay, we got this, except for the technical difficulties, and we'll talk about that. Some of you guys are having technical difficulties. Ooh, I forgot to show something, but I'll bring it. Okay. Anyway, so we set up these stations for my boys, all right? It's just your basic supplies that you need for school, but I try to pare it down. It's a little less than your general face-to-face school. This is for virtual school. So you got your pens. I gave them pens and highlighters and dry erase markers and a cup. And all this stuff, people, is pretty much from the Dollar Tree, okay? I'm not going to go too expensive with this because I don't know how long virtual learning is going to last. And I don't know if we'll need these containers, but if we do and if we don't need them anymore after virtual learning, I can still use them for something else. But I didn't really need to go high end because this is not, something that we're using all the time. All right, and then these are just regular pens and cups. I got these cups from Dollar Tree, and I just color-coded them because color-coding helps kids focus, okay? If you have kids and they're in school, color-coding, labeling, things like that, organization like that helps them focus. I also wanted to share that I was a teacher. Everybody knows, I keep saying it every time, I was a teacher for about 20-plus years, and I probably said this before, but my most successful students, the people that continuously pass or maintain a passing grade, were my most organized students. They weren't my most intelligent students, or my smarter students. Okay, smart and intelligent there's a difference. Google it. But they were highly organized. high organization, or just having any kind of organizational system can make you more successful than you've ever been in your life, okay? So you want to keep a system. All right, so we're talking about the virtual system. I have pencils in a cup. Post-its, these they don't really use, okay? So these we're going to take them out. That's enough, all right? I also added some eyeglass wipes. I can't see anything. All right. So these, hey, now I can see. Okay, I can see you. All right. So these are just glasses wipes. You know, you clean your glasses with them. They can also clean their screen. We added that in there. And then here are some labels that that sun green used. All right. So this was pretty effective for sun green. All right. And then I have this caddy that I got from the Dollar Tree that you can put it all in. And it's portable. Hey, where's my pencils? Okay. I also have a caddy that I use for my shows. All right. This is a comb, you know, so I can comb my hair. I got some pens and notes and things like that. All right. So I use these caddies, and they come in different colors. And they have red. I have a red one, too. All right. And I use them for a lot of things. You can use them for food. You can multi-purpose this out. You can multi-purpose this caddy all the way out. Hey, caddy. How you doing, caddy? I'm fine. You can multi-purpose me all the way out. I don't know what just happened there. All right. So this worked. This was a seller. If you do anything, do this. If you're just joining us, we're talking about what worked for the virtual learning organization for my kids, 14 and 16-year-old boys. Which way are my bangs? You know my bangs be off the hook. And so this worked. This caddy, the pens or markers, pencils, pens, things to clean your glasses, okay, or your screen. This all worked. The Post-its did not work. They didn't need Post-its, all right? Okay? Then also, part of their system are these trays. I'd be like, tray? All right, got these from Dollar Tree. And then their computers or their Chromebooks fit perfectly in here, all right? This was a winner. This worked for that. This is one of the books one of the kids is reading, okay? And then he has his notebooks in here. And then some Post-its he didn't use, all right? So Post-its were out, but the notebooks were in. And this is sun green. We're calling them by their colors. Sun green. All that worked for him. Now, let's go to the binder. So we have labels and we have binders for each subject. For this sun green, he labeled the binders. He loved it. And he has all his notes in each binder. Now, what I would not have done is bought all this paper. What I didn't realize is that now that we're doing everything digitally, that you don't even need all that paper. It's pretty much paperless. So that's one thing that I probably didn't need to buy, is paper, okay? And so this son has labeled all his binders, and this worked for him. He loves it. And then he has a dry erase board for math, all right? This is where they figure out the math. He can show his teacher the problem, ask questions. And then we had to add tissue paper so that he could wipe off his screen or blow his nose or whatever, all right? So that was something that we added, okay? So all this worked for this kid, all right? This is Kid Green. All that worked. This was great. We did have to add some stuff, all right? So one thing we had to add were these. I don't know if you can see these. These I just got from Amazon. These are anti-blue light health protection film because one of my kids said, hey, my eyes are hurting. Like it's blurry and I can't see. And I was like, oh, I forgot about that blue light protection. And sometimes being in front of that screen for long periods of time can damage your eyes. That's why we don't sit close to the TV, boys and girls, okay? I bought these screen protectors. So far, they've been working, all right? Actually, I need to put this one on sun green. And he'll see that. All right, so this worked for him. And the greatest thing, people, did I say the greatest, was you can move it. If I want to work, if Kid Green wants to work on the couch that day, or at the coffee table, or at the kitchen table, or in his room, I don't really let them work in their rooms because they need a break from their rooms, all right? You can even go outside with this system. If one kid wants to work outside, I highly recommend you make it portable or some way you make it portable. Most kids are not going to sit in the same spot. My kids, I know, have a hard time focusing. They're not going to sit in the same spot. Okay? They want to move around. You need to mix it up, all right? So this is good. Hey, Mabel, Auntie Mabel. Hey, Brandon. All right, okay. Auntie Mabel says, I made one for my granddaughter on Saturday. I will take a picture and post it to your page and mine. She's in 2nd grade. All right, yeah, please show me. If you have pics, please send me your pics. Brandon said, my son's classes uses Microsoft OneNote for kids to complete assignments. Great paperless method for taking notes and finishing assignments. Okay, so like this one son, he likes to take notes. And remember, when you are setting up the station, you have to remember that your kids or your kid has a certain system that works for them. Like for me, my system would be way more intricate than this because that works for me. This works for this child. And then we'll go to child blue and you'll see that mostly none of this worked for him and we had to create a new system. So whatever works for your kids. My blue son is paperless all day. He likes to print out things so he can see it, like rubrics and things like that. But for turning in work and taking notes, he's digital. Son green, he needs to write everything down. So you'll have differences when you're setting it up, okay? Just as long as you have the basics. All right, so this worked for kid green. Also, another thing that we added were scissors. I didn't have scissors, and they both asked me for scissors, so we added scissors, okay? We added that blue screen protection screen, scissors, tissue for the dry erase board and any sniffles, and then we added this, like a box. This is just like an office plaque, all right? And what's funny is when I gave it to them, they laughed at me and they pull it out every day and put it down, okay? One is like a boss, and I got these at Dollar Tree. And one is I'm kind of a big deal, all right? And they love these, all right? So they put this out. It's just a little motivation. Also, let me go over here. Hold on. We had to add a calculator, okay? We had to add a calculator. We forgot the calculator, and that goes in there. And then also, everyone in the family wrote notes to the two boys, all right? Just things that, like, for example, I wrote greatness awaits you. And then Dad wrote something, Uncle, Bio Mom, and friends wrote some things on here. Just as some motivation, if they have time in between classes, they can read what we wrote. Some of them were long, some of them were short. And just something personalized on here that they have. And then also water bottle. I don't have the water bottles because their water bottles are in the refrigerator. But we added all this. And this is their station. Okay? And I don't know how they put this in there. All right? And this works. One thing that this son did was turn all his pencils upside down, up with the points out. I don't know what that's about. I had him down. Go figure. He has his own thing. All right. So that worked for this son. Okay. Son blue. Are you blue? Are you blue? Is that even a song? How can you be happy? How can you be anything but low down, saggy? And all right. So with this son, same concept. Okay, this is what we configured for him. This is working for him too, except for he combined his into 2 cups. He took the 3rd cup out, and in here, he uses Post-its, okay? This son uses Post-its. The other son did not use the Post-its. The son B did not use the labels on his binders, okay? And son B did not use his binders at all. So this was a waste. Now, actually, I can donate this or I can keep it for later when they go back face to face, all right? So son blue did not do that. And then we added the eyeglass cleaners. Okay, and then of course headphones. My green son already has headphones. He has them on. He has earbuds. But I recommend that you get headphones and some kind of earbud so that they have noise cancellation and they can focus. So this is the same kind of system. Still portable. Okay. For the blue son, we added the screen protector, right? We added the screen protector. But we also had to add a mouse. Okay, so that's his screen protector. And then we added a mouse. All right? Because even though this is touch screen, he just preferred having a mouse, so we got a mouse and a mouse pad for him, a cordless one, so he can kind of play around with it. And he likes to fidget and stuff, so I hear this mouse being played with, and that's fine, because remember, you have to be flexible, and we'll talk about that. But this is the screensaver. Okay, we got him a mouse and a pad, all right. But this was his system. This is what he likes to do, people. He likes to throw all his papers into a basket. And so when I say, where's your math warm-up, he just goes to the stack. Here's some Post-its. He uses Post-its. And he just goes to the stack, and he finds it somehow, okay? Do I like this system? No. Is it ridiculous? Yes, but no. What I do understand, even when I organize any space for anybody, are people are individuals. Every system is not going to work. That's my mom. This is my mom. I'm going to answer it because she's trying to get on the show. Uh-oh. Mommy? Missed it. All right. Anyway, so this son likes to throw papers into the basket. I don't even know if he touched these binders. Let's see. He has one binder that he wrote some notes in. I've seen him use this a lot. This is the dry erase board, okay? The dry erase board with the dry erase markers, and we also added some tissue so that he could wipe it off and use the tissue for any sniffles or spills of water from their water bottle. All right, he's used this a lot. That was gold for him. And then he never used any of these at all. He never used the schedule. He found his schedule online. He never even cracked open any of these. So we're going to take these out, all right? It didn't work for him. It worked for the first son, but it doesn't work for the second son, and that's okay. You want to be flexible if you're developing some kind of system like this. And so now we just have this, where we can actually pare it all the way down and get rid of this whole storage solution and just put his stuff here all in the bucket. You see how that works? All right, and then he has this cord in here. This. We had to add scissors, so he has his scissors, okay? And then we had to add the tissue, all right? And of course, he's kind of a big deal, all right? So we pared his down. Now, I don't know. I actually need to probably ask him before I pare it down. For this, I will, because I want to individualize it for him. He might still want this. Okay, just even with the two things in there. All right, so these are the two systems that are now working for us, okay? I can put all this stuff in here. Just change it up. All right, these are the two systems. This is what you want to have. And then also, we have notes of inspiration for him to be motivated. Where did you get the signs? What signs? What signs are you talking about, Brandis? All right, and then we put these memory or motivational cards that we all wrote out to Tremel. That's sun blue, and then he can look at this for inspiration in between classes. All right, tell your mom I said hello. Haven't seen her in a while. I will. She gets on the show. So, if you're just joining us, we're talking about setting up your virtual stations for your kids. The things that worked were binders. I didn't need much paper. Of course, pencils and writing utensils, a dry erase board, a little motivational piece that they have. This is one of the motivational pieces they have. If they wear glasses, this is a glasses cleaner, but you can also clean your screen, all right? And then what else do we have in here? Tissue. We have the protector for the screen, the blue screen protector, and then notebooks. And the system is portable. You want this to be portable. Hey, Mom, can I work outside? Yeah, it looks like you can work outside. They can take all this stuff outside and work outside. If the next day they want to work someplace else, okay? So we keep it engaging. You know what I mean? You don't want to have your kids in the same spot every day unless that's what they prefer, okay? For my kids, they need to change it up. Also, one thing that was fantastic was, oh, wait a minute, let me get some, oh, Lord, do I have some push pins? No, let me see. I'm going to take some push pins off this wall. Okay, so one thing that worked really well, and excuse me while I adjust my stuff, was the privacy screen. I don't know if you can see me. Where did you get the motivational signs? Oh, no, the motivational, these Brandis? Okay, so Brandis is asking, where did I get these motivational signs? Are you talking about these? All right, these cards? I don't know if you're talking about these cards. These are just cards that we wrote. These are index cards that everybody in the family wrote a message on to the kids. It's a personal motivational shout out, okay? I wrote "Greatness awaits you." That's a quote that came from my friend's book, Who Do You Think You Are? Nick Williams, all right? And it's just motivational quotes or sayings or things that people in the family wrote to them so they could have with them. And they were school related. So I should say it was like good luck, something that's motivational for education. All right? Those are the signs. We just made those. All right, so privacy screen. This was a hit, people. Do you hear me? Hit. I'm about to adjust this all so you can see. So you see my little classroom up here? Oh, no, that's not what you were talking about, Brandis. Did you see my little classroom here? That's just to have a place for them to, know that education is going on. You don't have to have that. All right, privacy screen. So, can you see? Can you see me? Tell me, can you see me? Woo! All right, so, sheet. Do you hear me? This is a sheet that I'm not using. So the sheet I had. Push pins. Push pins. You remember these? Push pins? You guys remember those? Remember? Uh-oh. Can you see? Can you see? All right. So what I'm doing is I'm making a privacy screen. Did I spend any money on this? No. Can I put this anywhere? Yeah. And I used to have a step ladder, but I don't need it. And you just push it in. And then you bring it to the other side. Bye, baby, leaving? Yeah. Okay. And you bring it to the other side. I don't know if you guys can see me or if you can hear me. Can hear me. All right. Uh-oh, you don't want to step on it. And this is a privacy screen. Do you see this? This has been a hit because I have one child that has a hard time concentrating. This, if anyone has to come into this room or this area, this kind of blocks that off. Plus he has his earphones and it keeps him focused, okay? So that was a hit for me. You can also change this any way you want to. For example, say your child is working in a small space, like maybe a little desk here. I just created that, okay? Let's just call that a little desk. Tiny desk, you know that series. And then you just have a little space. Look what you can do. You can just pull this whole privacy screen over here. And that kid can have a whole section. Do you see that? All right. Privacy screen was the hit, okay? I love privacy screen. Sometimes when I'm in here, I privacy screen myself off, okay? It just makes me feel like I'm in the room, makes me feel like I'm in the studio, makes me feel like I have privacy, I used the privacy screen idea for Ella, your Branson's daughter. It works very well. That was a great tip. Yes. The privacy screen, I'm telling you, works anywhere, anytime. The privacy screen can also be used as a timeout corner if you guys are doing timeout at your houses. I don't know what you're doing, but if you're doing timeout, you can do that. All right, so I think that's all we have today. This is a short day. Did I want to talk about there's a couple of things I want to talk about. Okay, so there were a couple of young ladies that I have been talking to about homeschooling and virtual learning, all right? One lady is Benita Robinson Lee. Hey, Benita. I don't know if Benita's here, but she's been doing virtual school with her kids. I think she said for 7 years. Do I have something on my neck? I feel like some plastic or something was on my neck. All right, for like 7 years, and this is what she told me to be. I'm going to write it down. And I'm writing it down because I have my cards in my own caddy and a... So she said, be flexible. That's what Benita told me. Be flexible. One reason why you want to be flexible is because the internet, the technology is going in and out. Maybe dropping your kid. Your kid is missing tests. Remember I told you it's going to take a couple of weeks for them to get everything straight? Looks like it might take a couple of months. But some schools, like our school, starting phase 1, face-to-face, and some schools are trying to phase the virtual out. But if you're deciding to still keep it virtual, you want to get a Ethernet cord. Now, I can't really show you mine because it's plugged up, but it's either blue or yellow. Let me see. I think I might have another one for you. Oh yeah, I have one. I just happen to have an Ethernet. All right, so you want to get an Ethernet cord. This will help. Now, it won't stop your kid from getting dropped, but it will definitely get a stronger connection. And it looks like the old school phone jack, but they're wider and a little flatter. It's called an Ethernet, okay? So this will help. This has helped my kid. He doesn't get dropped as much. He still gets dropped, but it was every day at one point, okay? And so you want to be flexible, just like Benita said. Flexibility also means if you see your kid getting stressed out, take a break. If you get stressed out, take a break, all right? And then I talked to another young lady named Shauna Taylor, and this is what she told me to do. And I'm writing it down. She told me to de-school. Now, that's very hard for me because I've been working in schools almost all my career, okay? So de-schooling means this is not school, people. This is something else. This is virtual learning. Your kids are in a whole different ballpark, and so are you. You don't know nothing about this. Teachers don't know anything about this. A lot of people are just winging it, all right? So you're going to have to de-school. It's not going to be your regular school, okay? You're going to have to also be flexible, okay? And then here's the one, another one I have a problem with, and I write it down because I have the tools in my caddy that I use for everything. You also want to be this. I shouldn't have used this color. You probably already know it. Be patient. Be patient. I struggle with that. I struggle with de-schooling and being patient, but the more that I am flexible, the more that I am willing to step outside and de-school, okay, the more patient I become. Some of us are getting very aggravated. Some of us are finding out that our kids aren't at a level that we thought they should be, okay? Not me, but I know some parents that are upset at their kids' ability to actually learn something. So, that was a nice way of saying you finding out your kid isn't smart. You gotta be patient, okay? You have to be patient, because if you're not patient, you're gonna stress everyone out, and this is not gonna go well. It's already stressful for the teachers. It's already stressful for the parents. It's already stressful for the kids, so you're gonna have to be patient, okay? Be patient. Be flexible, okay? That's why I'm allowing the kids to work in different spaces whenever they choose, because it's not school. And even if they were in school, in high school or middle school, they're going to be moving around. They're moved from class to class. So why not places in your house that you can designate them, and they can take this all around. But what I do, I guess, what I do is once they pick a spot for that day, that's the spot for the day, okay? They don't just get to move around each period, all right? So pick a spot for the day. You can take all your stuff with you. You're not forced to stay in this one area. I have a standing screen. I plan on taking in about a week. She likes to know what's going on, plus I like to listen to the teacher. All right, so if you don't have a privacy screen like I showed you with the sheet, okay, the sheet and the pins. Let me put the privacy screen back up because I really like it and I really need it. All right. If you don't have the privacy screen, where did I put the pins? Lord, today. What's happening, Roxy? Do you have anything that you need? No, you don't. Are you even here today? Yes, I'm here. All right, so the privacy screen, one of my favorites. Oh, the pins are still in here. It's just a sheet, people. Oh, my God. If you have, oh, Lord, I really need my stepping stool. All right, and I'm just pulling it across. I almost fell. Don't fall. And this is just your privacy screen. This gives the kids privacy to work. All right? and gives you privacy. If you want to put a privacy screen in an area in your house just for yourself, go for it, all right? So the privacy screen. So the privacy screen doesn't have to be a sheet, okay? The privacy screen can be a Soshi screen. If you have an old Soshi screen, like one of the Chinese screens, you can do that and make an area. You can also get one of those, oh God, what are those things called? You guys know. They're like trifolds, and they sit up like this. I don't know what they're called. Carry-ons. I can't think of the name. But you know what they are. And they're really big, and they're tall, like this. Somebody help me out. Help me out. Please with the telephone man. You know what they are. Cubby holes. I don't know what they are. But the things that look like this, kinda. Alright, you can get one of those. You can make those out of cardboard. What are those called, you guys? Some kind of screen. They use them for kids in testing. You can make one of those and put it on the table. It doesn't have to be a sheet, alright? My grandkids, 16 and 7, like it. The only thing they're missing is socializing with their friends, yeah. The teacher for the 7-year-old allows short time for kids to say hello. The signal she uses in time to mute. Raise hands and you have questions. Keep, what is that? Keep screen on, mute until asked to talk, yeah. And so, yeah, the kids, my kids miss the socialization too. I feel that my kids benefit more with face-to-face. That's just me. And I feel like 80% of the kids in America benefit more with face-to-face. But if this is what you got, this is what you got, okay? You just got to work the virtual. What do you have to be? You have to de-school. Thanks, Shauna Taylor. De-school. This is not your regular school, okay? This is a different ball game, okay? You're not in school. You're not a teacher, okay? Don't try it. Just go with the flow and be flexible. Like Benita Robinson Lee told me, go with the flow. And then also be patient, all right? Be patient. It is not going to go the way you want, all right? It is going to be something different with the tech problems and all that things. It's probably going to be another couple of weeks before everything runs smoothly, all right? So, you guys, get a system. I suggest you get any kind of portable system. Get your basics. We had things like pens, pencils, scissors, Post-its, things to clean your screen. I installed a mouse on one of the kids' Chromebooks because he preferred a mouse with a mouse pad. And then we have the screen protector. Remember, those blue rays can harm some of those kids' eyes, all right? Especially if you know your kid has sensitive eyes. You want to get some kind of screen protector to help with the eyes. One of my kids likes to just throw his papers into the basket, and that's fine. That's his system along with his notebooks. He only used one binder out of the 6 that we got him. And then we added some tissue for the dry erase board that he uses for math. And then we have a plaque for him as a sense of motivation. Okay, and then where's the motivational, and then motivational words from his family that he can look at. All right, and then he can take this. He can say, can I work over here today? Yes, you may. All right, so, and so on and so forth. This is just junk in the back. This is a lesson I try to teach about portion control because we were out of control. You guys, I had to lock my refrigerator. So we were doing some portion control because we were just eating out of control. Okay, this kid, same thing. They had to get a calculator. Same concept, motivational words. Where's his little plaque? Motivational plaque, like a boss. Okay, this is all from Dollar Tree. Everything's from Dollar Tree. Dry erase board. This kid uses all his. He's even labeled, okay? He's even labeled his binders. He's using all his binders because this is a system that works for him. Not every system works for everybody. I have 2 kids and they're using a different system, all right? And so that worked for him. So get a system that works for you. Get a system that they know how to use with you there or without you there. Be patient. Be flexible. De-school. This is not school anymore. A friend of mine, and I wish I had the book. I ordered it. My friend Kelly Caldwell, she's been a teacher for 21 years, 23 years, okay? And she taught in Texas. She now teaches in Atlanta. She wrote a book called How to Overcome Virtual Learning Fears. Go get it on Amazon. Can I share my screen? I wish I could share my screen. It's here, right here. It's by Kelly Fisher Caldwell and Christina Fisher. I ordered it. I forgot how much it was, y'all. Let me see. go ahead and support her. It was $15, all right? So she wrote a book that you can read, and she'll have some great tips in there from an experienced teacher who's actually doing the virtual teaching, and she can help you out, all right, on Amazon. So be patient. Benita says, be flexible. Go with the flow. It's not an organized system. And that's hard for me. You know, it's hard for me. I can be flexible, but when the system's not organized, sometimes I just have to let go and let God. All right? And then also, D-School. Thank you, Shauna Taylor. D-School. This is not regular school, folks. Okay, this is a whole different ball game. It's something that we've never done and that we don't know a lot about. All right, so that's it. That's what worked for us. What didn't work for us. Oh, also, if your kid is getting dropped off the internet, this will help secure the connection. It won't get 100% guarantee, but you'll have a stronger connection if you get an Ethernet. You just put this in your port. I don't know if MacBooks have this Ethernet port. I don't know if your kid is using that, but most of the school laptops have this Ethernet port, and we just plug ours directly into the modem, or we have some like pod extenders on on a couple of levels of the house. All right, so get it together. Get it organized. This will help your kid be successful. Remember, 80% of my students' success is because of being organized. Not because they're smarter than everybody, just because they're organized. They know where their paper is. They know where their pencil is. They know where their assignments are. They can get to things easily. They can make deadlines. They can focus. Make sure that the area is clear. Make sure that your area that your kids are working at is clear and clutter-free. Get a privacy screen. Make a table and chair set. You can use this privacy screen or you can make one. What are those privacy screens called, you guys? Yeah, like the science fair display board. Yeah, what are those called? Curials. Oh, I don't know. There's a special name for them. And when I hear it, I'm going to say, oh, it was nothing like what I was saying. It's nothing like carryall. All right. So, what is this year sauce? And to think I watched you growing up with Gilly and Aaron and your brothers. I know. Can you believe it? I'm a grown woman talking about kids. Talking about kids and getting kids organized for high school. All right? So get your kids organized for the virtual learning. All right? It will make it so much easier, so much stress-free. Unless you like stress, who likes stress? Okay? Get it organized now. All right, next week I'll be doing linen closet. We'll be going into the linen closet. What's up with your sheets? What are you doing with your stuff in your pillowcases and your towels and all that? All right, that's what we'll be doing next week. Thank you. See you later. Sayonara. Adios. Arrivederci. Au revoir. Bye. Peace. I have some issues, and one of them is not organizing.